Right now, there's a good chance you love your cat in a way your cat is quietly asking you to stop. Not the big things, not feeding, not play, not the warm spot on the bed. Something smaller, something you do with your hands almost every day because it feels like pure affection. And to your cat, it starts as affection too. Then, at a certain point you almost never notice, it crosses a line and it begins chipping away at the exact trust you worked so hard to earn. Here is the habit, and here is the moment it turns. The habit is petting. Specifically, petting for a few seconds too long. Here is what most owners believe. More petting means more love. If a little stroking makes your cat happy, then more must make it happier, and the longer you go, the closer the two of you become. It feels obvious. It is also where the trouble begins. Because a cat's body does not work that way. Cats have something best described as a petting threshold. A limit on how much touch feels good before it starts to feel like too much. Under that threshold, your hand is heaven. Over it, the very same stroke in the very same spot starts to grate on the nervous system. Nothing about your love changed, the cat's tolerance simply ran out. That's not your cat being moody. That's your cat reaching a limit you could not see. And the reason this quietly costs you, instead of loudly, is that the shift is invisible if you do not know the signs. Your cat does not yell. Your cat does not slam a door. Your cat sends small, polite signals that say, gently, "That is enough now." Most owners miss every one of them. Then comes the part that feels like it came from nowhere, except it never does. Quick question before that, and answer it honestly in one word. Has your cat ever turned and nipped or swatted you while you were petting it, seemingly out of nowhere? Yes or no? Drop your one word in the comments. Keep it in mind, because in about a minute, you're going to understand exactly what that moment really was. So here are the signals. The quiet sentence your cat says right before affection tips into too much. Learn these and you will never be caught off guard again. The tail goes first. A relaxed, happy tail is mostly still. When it starts to twitch at the tip or flick from side to side, that is not contentment. In a cat, a lashing tail is the opposite of a wagging dog. It is rising tension. Watch the skin along the back. If it ripples or twitches as your hand passes over it, the nerves there are getting overloaded. That little ripple is a small alarm going off. Watch the ears. Happy ears sit forward and soft. When they swivel back, flatten, or turn into little airplane wings, your cat has moved from enjoying this to enduring it. And watch for the freeze. A purring, melting cat that suddenly goes still and tense is not relaxing deeper. It is bracing. The purr may even stop. That stillness is the last warning before the paw or the teeth. That's not aggression. That's a request, made in the only language your cat has. Which leads to the part that changes everything. The reason this one habit does more quiet damage than almost anything else you could do. Think about what happens when those signals get missed, over and over. Your cat twitches its tail. You keep petting. The skin ripples. You keep petting because it feels loving, and because nobody ever taught you to read it. The ears go back. You keep going. So your cat is left with the one option it did not want to use. It escalates. A nip, a swat, a quick flash of claws. And you pull back, startled, maybe a little hurt, thinking your cat turned on you for no reason. But from your cat's side, the story is completely different. Your cat asked 4 times, politely, to stop. 4 signals, all ignored. And the only thing that finally worked was teeth. Do that enough, and your cat quietly learns 2 things, both of them corrosive. It learns that its calm signals do not work on you, and it learns that your hands, the same hands that feed it and soothe it, are a little unpredictable, a little unsafe. That's not a cat holding a grudge. That's a cat lowering its guard a little less each time, just to be safe. And here is the cost you cannot see on any single day. Trust is not lost in one big moment. It drains one ignored signal at a time, until the closeness you built starts to thin. Which is exactly why what comes next matters so much, because the repair is far simpler than you would ever expect. So picture the opposite cat, a cat whose signals you read fluently. The moment that tail twitches, your hand lifts, every single time. To that cat, your hands become the most predictable, trustworthy thing in its whole world, because they always listen. That is a cat that never needs to bite, because it has learned it never has to. And getting there is not about petting your cat less, it is about petting it right. Before the exact method, one quick thing. If reading your cat this closely is the kind of thing you want to get better at, subscribe and stick around, because that is the whole reason this channel exists, to help more people actually understand the cat they love instead of guessing at it. The method itself is just 3 small changes, and the first one undoes most of the damage on its own. Change 1. Learn the green zones. Most cats love being touched where their own scent glands are, around the cheeks, the chin, the base of the ears, and along the sides of the face. That is where petting feels like bonding to a cat. The riskier zones are the belly, the back near the tail, and long full-body strokes down the spine. Favor the face. Go gentle and brief everywhere else. Change 2. Run the pause test. Pet your cat for just 3 to 5 seconds, then take your hand away completely. Then wait. If your cat leans in, headbutts your hand, or reaches toward you, that is a clear yes. Keep going. If it does nothing or moves off, that is a no, and you just honored it perfectly. Letting the cat ask for more is the entire game. It hands the choice back to your cat every few seconds. Change 3. End it early, on a good note. Stop while your cat is still enjoying it, before any tail twitch ever shows up. Leave it wanting a little more. A cat that always gets to end on a high note starts to seek your hands out, instead of bracing against them. And here is what those 3 small changes actually buy you, the part that is worth more than any trick. When you start lifting your hand the moment your cat asks, you are doing something most people never do for their cat. You are proving that its voice works, that the quiet signals get heard, so the loud ones are never needed. You become, in your cat's mind, safe, predictable, and fluent in its language. And a cat that feels understood like that does not just tolerate you. It chooses you again and again on purpose. That's not just better petting. That's the trust you climbed for, protected. So the habit was never the love. The habit was the few seconds past the love. And now you can see the exact moment to stop, every single time. So here is everything that matters, in one breath. Petting past a cat's threshold turns affection into something it endures. Your cat warns you first, every time, with a twitching tail, rippling skin, ears turning back, or a sudden tense freeze. Miss those warnings enough and your cat learns its signals do not work, and your hands are not safe, and the trust quietly drains. To fix it, favor the face, run the pause test every few seconds, and always stop on a good note while your cat still wants more. Go watch your cat's tail tonight, the next time your hand moves toward it. You will see the whole conversation you have been missing. And once you can read that, you can read almost everything. This whole thing builds on an earlier video, the 7 signs your cat has already chosen you as its favorite person. If you have not seen the signs you earned, watch that one next. It is linked for you, and this lesson is how you protect every one of them. Read the tail. Trust the pause. Stop while they still want more. Your cat has been talking to your hands this entire time. Now you finally know how to listen.